key asks from the IT industry as well as the startups when it comes to budget 2022. The first thing is clarity on section 10AA, which are basically benefits, tax benefits given to companies that operate out of special economic zones. Now, if you look at what software body NASSCOM has said, it is said that since a lot of companies are now moving to a hybrid mode of working, the government needs to clarify if the Section 10AA benefits will also apply if an SEZ unit has employees working from home. Will that also be eligible for benefits under this section? That is something that they want clarity on. They want the government to encourage this because it will lead to more SEZs being set up in smaller companies and therefore lead to more employment. If you look at the startup ecosystem, on the other hand, one of the key pain points is the higher long term capital gains tax on unlisted securities. In fact, in a recent report, Mohandas Pai, the former CFO of Infosys, has said that India has a perverse tax system that ends up taxing people higher when they invest in unlisted companies, which in fact carry a higher risk but which may turn out to be beneficial in future. If you look at what various bodies have said, then they said there needs to be some harmonization in the tax that is paid, the long-term capital gains tax, by domestic and non-resident investors. Non-resident investors end up paying a lesser tax compared to domestic investors, so they want some harmonization done there. The other thing that they want removed is the enhanced surcharge that applies on this. So, if you look at what the government has done, the enhanced surcharge continues to apply for individuals on capital gains on sale of unlisted securities, derivatives, and the sale of property. And the maximum effective tax rate for these transactions continue to be 28.5% for LTCG and 42.74% for STCG. So they want the enhanced surcharge to be removed as well on unlisted securities. And finally, we've also been speaking to smaller startups. They see one of the pain points for them is that direct to consumer startups have huge GST credit lying with the departments and they can't take benefit of that in the GST credit. So this needs to be fixed by allowing credit because D2C is the biggest growing sector. So they need help from the government when it comes to working credit. So these are some of the asks. They also want clarity when it comes to direct overseas listing. Remember, a long group of startup founders and investors had written to the government seeking norms on dual listing, direct overseas listing, because a lot of large companies are waiting for clarity on this before they can decide on an IPO. So, that again is an area where they are seeking clarity when it comes to budget 2022.